Hey guys, that guy with the picks here. I want to get an NBA game out to you guys tonight, and there is one that I like. So far on the year, we are 3-2, which is equivalent to 60%. So this is the start of a new week. Let's see if we can just steamroll them this week in the NBA. The game that I'm focused on tonight is Detroit Pistons traveling to the Atlanta Hawks. Detroit comes in at 0-2. Atlanta comes in at 1-1. Line opened up at 10.5. It sits at 11 right now. Total opened up at 214. It sits at 212.5. Now, Detroit, in their first two losses of the year, they played the Bulls. Losing both games. The first game, they lost 88-94. In the second one, they lost 82-97. So that looks like Detroit got worse after they played on the first game. In their last one, Detroit was getting 8. Sadiq Bey led the Pistons in points and rebounds. 20 points, 16 rebounds. The star on that team, Jeremiah Grant, he had 9 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist. Very disappointing game from him. In that game, they were 34 of 88 from the floor for a whopping 38% shooting. They were 5 for 28 from three-point range at 17%. And from the free throw line, they went 9 for 15 for 60%. None of those numbers are good. But in that last game, they did have 9 steals and 8 blocks, which are incredible. I'm sure that day, those two defensive numbers that I just said led the NBA games that day in both of those numbers. Those are huge numbers on the defensive side out of a team. They did have 20 turnovers in that game also. Atlanta, in their last game, they took a disappointing L also. Atlanta, in the last game, they were giving Cavaliers on the road 7.5 points, and they lost that game 101-95. Trae Young led all Hawks with 24 points and 7 assists. He went 8 for 22 from the floor and 1 for 6 from three-point range. He did have 3 steals, but he also had two turnovers. Clint Capella led in the rebounding numbers with 14 on the game. He should be somewhere around that, averaging for the year, around 14 boards. As a team, they were 38 for 99 for 38% from the field. They were 10 for 34 for 29%. From the free throw line, they were 9 for 15, which is 60%. All those numbers are horrible. They did have 5 steals and 3 blocks. Nothing to write home about. The game before that, they played Dallas, and they won 113-87. That was a very good opening game win for them, where they shot 48% from the field. They shot 41% from three-point range. They went 8 for 9 from the free throw line. In this game tonight, Detroit and Atlanta, Jeremiah Grant was just listed as questionable after morning shoot-around. He was limited in the morning shoot-around, meaning there's some discomfort somewhere. He's not feeling too well. Typically, when these things pop up on game day, it is truly a 50-50% chance of them playing. Now, what I've seen in my days is it's swayed a little bit more to not playing rather than playing. because they would list him at probable. They would only drop him one stage instead of two stages. If there was a good chance that he was still going to play. The reason I'm harping on Jeremiah Grant is, bottom line, without a shadow of a doubt, that is Detroit's best player on the floor. Arguably their best player on the floor on both ends. The guy's he's a lockdown defender also. You take that off of a limited team like Detroit, you're left with a puzzle that you have no idea how to put together. So he is questionable. If he don't play, they're going to be in really, really trouble. But if he does play, they're going to be in real trouble. Either way you look at it, they're going to be in trouble tonight. The Hawks love playing at home. Let me give you some of these. The Pistons are 0-7 against their spread in the last 7 as an underdog. They're 0-6 against the spread in their last 6 following a loss of 10 or more. The Pistons are 0-5 against the spread in their last 5 road games. That sounds like a lot of zeros to me. And the Hawks are 22-8 against the spread in their last 30 home games, which is impressive. What I see here tonight is I see the Hawks completely dominating this game from start to finish, controlling every minute of the game. Take the Hawks tonight -11. I see them in a big double-digit win tonight. Let's start rolling with this NBA, and let's get back to getting this cash.